randomness.
Good idea.
The flying flock, no. You said you'd leave us alone. I don't know if I can deal with this right now. Oh no, radio show.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet.
It's a fucking lockdown.
Oh no!
Mass hysteria! Mass hysteria!
But don't let me touch you.
We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore.
You are listening to the ONO
Quarantine
Show.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Eat a bag of dicks.
Did you guys know that there's a really, really dark side of Scruff McGruff the crime dog?
Oh no, baby! Oh no! Oh no! I don't want you anymore. Yes, baby, I told you before. You went away and you said you left me, and now you live in misery. Although you want me to take you back, you said you're sad about this and that.
Oh no, baby!
Oh no!
That's right. We're back again on a Thursday night. This is your first time listening. My name is Owen, and I am the captain of this shit ship. And along with me tonight is my good friend all the way from the Great White North himself. He's the Lizard Wizard. It's my good friend Ty. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah!
And with us for the first time in actually quite a long time, one of our greatest friends of the Ono Radio Show. He's been in the studio many a time when we were allowed to have people in the studio.
Such a long time ago.
Yeah, it feels like, it honestly really does feel like a lifetime ago. But ladies and gentlemen, our good friend Travis, sitting down with us, shooting this shit for another edition of Ono Radio Show. How you doing, Travis?
I'm good, baby. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah!
All right. Travis, you're reporting from St. Petersburg, Florida right now, are you not?
I am indeed.
Yeah. I have a lot of questions to ask Travis because Travis has taken. How long have you been with your girl now?
7 months.
7 months. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, the lockdown thing has gone on now. What, about 3 months, something around there? So you were relatively fresh in a relationship when all this thing happened. And you decided to, because of this whole quarantine thing, you're like, you know what? I'm gonna shack up with her and see how that goes. Which I gotta say is first off, it's an inspiring thing, but also, man, that's a ballsy move. That could have gone really, really poorly right off the bat, Trav. So. That's
I figure if we can do quarantine, then we can probably do anything. I mean, we're like locked in a house together. Like we leave for groceries.
Right. That's about it. Yeah, exactly.
But it's going great.
That's
got a dog, got a cat. Life's good. My cat's
Awesome.
sleeping up here. You can.
Meow. Oh, there's
Right
a meow.
here.
There's
Yeah.
a good old meow. We always love a good meow. But again, thanks for joining us, Trav. We really appreciate you hopping in
Good
on
to
the
see
show.
you here.
Yeah,
Hey,
Mike.
man,
Mike.
I'll say I tried to shack up with my lady. It didn't really work out. So
Yeah.
now I'm in Wisconsin.
Wow, quarantine does crazy things to us.
Yeah.
Here I am.
Yeah, here you. Yeah, exactly. Ty got kicked out of his house. His chick didn't want him anymore.
His
So,
house got demolished. Let's
yeah,
separate.
this is
Like,
this
let's say
Well,
it's the cooler way.
apparently it's still standing. Apparently,
that's what I've heard.
So can I go throw bricks through the window? Is it?
yes. Go do it.
I think there are
Please.
people living in it, from what I heard. Like the
What?
people
Who
that
told you that?
Scandal.
I was talking with, it was Lance or Sham, one of our mutual friends, was telling me that I think that like whatever the owner of the house sold it, and then they freaked out because of the Rona thing, so they moved down and are living in your house and are all pissed off because you left all that shit in the house that like you didn't need to take.
What? I have not heard anything about
Yeah,
that.
you haven't heard
That's
any of this? Yeah, apparently your old landlord is mad at you for
Oh,
leaving all the
no,
stuff
well-
in the house, even though he said that
Fuck
was
all that shit, because that is bullshit. He did say that I could leave whenever I want. Didn't have to fucking clear out the house. They're gonna fucking bulldoze it, so who cares?
I guess.
Well, you're about as far away as you could be, so I wouldn't say there's any imminent threat for this.
Eat my
frustration.
dick.
and for once I'm on your side of this thing, Ty. For once I'm like, you know what? This isn't even Ty's fault. But no, I kind of feel like I thought it was a funny thing when I heard that, because I guess your old landlord had to have one of those college hunks, Holland Junks companies come and take all your old Legos and your disgusting mattress out of your house.
Well, there's a lot more than that in there, but yeah.
It's not even started on the human matter.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what exactly, like, what are the weird things that Ty left. You know, there's probably an inflatable unicorn. There's got to be some random thing that they'll find and be like, why did anybody even have this? Like, what is the purpose of this? Can you think of anything off the top of your head?
I'm a diabetic, so I left a lot of needles laying around in weird spots.
Nice.
Well, I could have disposed of them, but fuck it.
That's classy.
I'll
of
show
you.
those college junks.
Yeah.
Take
Hunks.
these.
Haul this junk, boy.
Yeah, just random shit. Some old shitty records. There's a lot of like random furniture that nobody took.
Right.
There's a ton of shit left in there.
I would have loved to have seen pictures of that, and just the people that bought the house coming like, oh, we're just gonna move in, and then
It's like exactly how you and I remember it, Owen. Like
Yeah.
nothing's changed. Like except
No.
the TV's gone and the speakers are gone. Like
No. There's a lot.
And the koi fish
There
are
is
gone.
a lot that I took.
Yeah, what happened to the koi fish, by the way, in Spartacus?
Gilbert, of
The
course.
Gil.
We all know the Gilbert.
The
He came
Gilbert.
with our house, but he took all the koi fish and he started a pond at his house.
Oh,
He's
cool.
eating good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so.
Could you eat a koi fish if you want? I mean, I guess you can eat anything, but
You totally could, but it's not the best.
I wouldn't
it's
imagine.
a shitty white fish, but it's still a white fish.
It's probably like a carp. It's got like the bones
Sorta
everywhere, you know.
similar-ish.
Yeah, you're probably right. So
Yeah.
this question goes to the both of you, especially you, Travis, moving in with your girlfriend at the beginning of quarantine, and of course, kind of the same with you, Ty, moving back up with your parents. Have you found anything that annoys you about her or your parents yet, Ty, and vice versa? Are there things that, of course, like they're obviously annoyed about you? I mean, Ty, you probably just sit around drinking and smoking all day, and I'm sure your parents love that.
My mom doesn't smoke a lot. She's always been like the closet kind of secret. Even with neighbors, she's like, "Oh, I can't let them see me smoking." I'm like,
Oh, the
what
shame.
the fuck is wrong with
Oh,
you?
That
Just
is so
smoke your
Wisconsin.
cigarette.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
So
It's very Midwest.
They're nice people up there.
Yeah, lots of nice people, just polite and weird, but yeah. So there's been like little odd things, but not a lot. Like I feel like we're actually getting along better than I even thought we would. just coming from me, because I know me and my, like, I didn't think it would be able to last very long. Like me and my parents' place, like,
but
I know we're gonna get on each other's nerves here and there. My dad watches Fox News all the goddamn time, so it's like when he's watching the shit, I'm just like, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go somewhere else.
Right.
There's no conversation to have here.
No.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna argue or try to argue with you.
Yeah.
I'll just leave the room.
It's probably better that way.
But in all honesty, it's been nice. Like I've been gone for 17 years, and out of that 17 years, me and my parents have probably seen each other a total of maybe like 3 weeks to a month out of that 17 years. You know what I mean?
wow.
So it's nice to like hang out and
Yeah.
actually kind of like get reacquainted.
Yeah, reconnect, right?
Sure, I mean, you
Also-
guys have both changed so much, and the 17 years is no small.
No, it isn't.
No.
Yeah, that's quite literally a lifetime for a good chunk of people.
It really is.
Well, I've lived in Florida longer. I've lived anywhere now. Like that is.
Oh wow,
that's-
it's over 50. Yeah.
Well,
When did you move to
because I was 18, but I lived in Illinois until I was like 13. I lived in Wisconsin through middle school, high school. I really only lived in Wisconsin the shortest amount of time out of anywhere, but I still call myself from Wisconsin. It's kind of weird.
So they don't get annoyed with you playing random funk music at all hours of the night and and dabbing up the house and
Oh yeah, how is that?
Out of dabs.
Out of dabs.
Do you have a plug up there? Are you okay?
No. I've only been out now for like a total of 4 or 5 days, but
I didn't know you were gay.
You haven't started melting. You're doing okay.
yeah, I'm okay, but I'm still kind of like I'm cranky. I feel like I'm much more annoyed than I normally am.
Well, there's probably enough resin in your marrow to like at least ride you through just a little bit, you know?
I mean, Ty
You would
is
think
one,
so, right?
Ty is one of those people that we smoke when he dies. Like that is 100% happening. I'm gonna do the old how high thing and break off a finger and just roll it in a blunt. And
Yeah. I will
Little
feel
one-hitter.
properly.
Take the nail off.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
You know, funny enough, one of my buddies like came by
The
randomly.
diabetic D.
He was like, "Hey, I figured you probably don't have a guy, and here, just have some weed." And I was like, "Oh my god,
What
this
a
is awesome!"
lifesaver.
Like I've helped him out back in the past. I got him a couple jobs on jobs I was on.
A couple jobs is definitely worth at least a quarter.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, it wasn't that much, but I wish it was. But at the same time,
Midwestern
like,
hospitality comes with caveats, ladies and
for
gentlemen.
real though, it's still like it came at the not most perfect time ever. I was like, Jesus, I just literally smoked my last shit like yesterday, and he showed up and he was like, "Here, have this weed." I was like, "Thank you, you are awesome."
Cashing in those karma points.
Yeah,
Nice.
man. Trav,
And that
go ahead. Sorry,
Yeah.
Ty.
no, that dude actually didn't live here. He lived in Illinois, but he's like, he just moved back the other day. He was like, "Hey, I got some shit." I'm like, "Well, all right."
Timing is everything sometimes, right?
Strange how all that shit just works out.
No shit, man. No shit.
Yeah.
What about you, Trav? Have you found anything? I mean, you can be honest here. This is a safe place. This is a
Safe place, Trav.
Honestly, man, it's going so well. Like,
Oh,
Ashley's
shut
kind of
up.
like the perfect roommate.
Oh boy,
Like,
here we go.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
only thing though is like, you know me in my kitchens.
Oh,
like, I
yeah.
have very, very like
You're
high
meticulous, high standard. You like the finest of knives and like kitchen,
No, not even
products.
that. It's just like,
But
I
you're
can't see a dish.
you're
Like,
very,
I don't know
very
why.
Better be clean.
Irrational,
very clean.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Yeah, in the
And
kitchen.
Ashley's like an artist, so
Not the
But-
same.
on the flip side, like, I know I do things that piss her off for whatever reason. Like, because I've never, my house is like a keypad entry, right?
Sure. Yep.
So I am unfamiliar with this concept of putting keys in doors.
You've
so
not had to
I'm
do it
the
in so
exact
long.
opposite.
Yeah.
I don't have a key, and they have like a garage code, so I can get in anytime
Right.
I want. I'm like, what the fuck?
2020
Where's my
man.
key? And then I'm like, oh my god, I don't need a key. Awesome.
So my thing is like I'll go because there's a separate garage and that like has the washing machine. It's not connected to the house, like it's separate.
All right,
It's
all
the
right.
same key for the front and the back.
Standalone thing.
But when I go in to unlock the door, for whatever reason I just leave my fucking key in the door, like in the lock. Like
so you put the key in, unlock the door, open the door, and then the keys dangle from the lock?
Yeah, for hours usually until like I'm like scratching because it's attached to my car key too. Until I'm like, where the fuck is my car key? And it's like, oh, did you check the door? Like, oh yeah.
So that's your new wallet. Because
that's
Travis,
my new wallet.
Because
Yeah,
Travis
exactly.
notoriously,
my new wallet / cell phone.
I think I've found his wallet more times than he has, like in just random places.
Honestly, that's probably entirely accurate.
Yeah. Oh, here it is, Travis. Like you might need this.
Well, but it's like also like the door, like people can see the door. I mean, if somebody wanted to take the key, it would be very little work for them. Like it's stupid. Like I need to do it, but for whatever reason, like I'm aware of it. But like I'll unlock the door and I've got my hands full. It's like with groceries or if I'm doing laundry where I'm like, oh, I'll be right back again.
Yeah.
And I never come back.
Yeah.
I never come back. Yeah.
Travis, I know you like to cook, but does the lady cook too?
She says she doesn't, but she's actually really good at it.
Oh, all right.
That's kind of one of the
She's
tricks.
one of those like I don't have time for cooking. I'm impatient, and then she makes something and it's like fucking fantastic. I'm like, why don't you do this more? And she's like, it's boring. I don't like dishes. And I'm like, oh, that's fair.
I think I relate to that completely because I mean, little known fact: when you get married, if you ever get married, is that if you consistently do things wrong, you don't have to do them anymore. So, like.
Owen, this is a bad strategy.
This is a terrible strategy.
I'll tell you from one divorce out, it's not a good way to go.
I'm pretty good. I'm better in the kitchen than I make out to be.
I know you are. I've had your food. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm actually all right in the kitchen. Like I can cook a decent meal. I'm like her. I get bored. I get kind of antsy, and I just like too much effort. So Teresa does the bulk of the cooking while I do the bulk of the laundry. I am the laundry aficionado, and now I get mad when she does the laundry if she ever does a load because she folds everything wrong. She doesn't put it in the right place. It all gets it gets all willy nilly. Like, why would you put that there? That's clearly not where that goes. And
towel folds need to face the same direction. Otherwise, how else will you know how many towels you have clean at once?
You got to fold the jeans backwards. She folds them frontwards. It's a whole thing. It just you got to stick by the rules of these. It's also another reason that I don't ever clean the litter box because for my cat, and it's Teresa's job because I just don't do it well enough. I found out I'm not capable of ever doing that.
How do you not do it well enough? The litter
that's what I said.
work for you.
You can see the cat
like
shit.
this motion is like
no good at it.
Can do it.
Can't do it. This carpal tunnel, my clavicle. It's my clavicle injury. It's definitely preventing me from doing the scoop. Yeah.
This is all Winston's fault. Is that where we're at?
Yeah, it's all of Ike Winston's fault. I typically will, if I am put in charge of having to do the litter box, I don't do any scooping. I just go and buy a new thing of litter, and dump the whole thing out.
What, you just throw the whole litter box
away? The whole
away?
thing away. Yeah, just done. And I'll buy a new litter box sometimes. I'll just buy a new tray. Like, fuck it. Like, this goes in the trash. New one. Here you go. See, it's clean.
Oh, and why is there a trash can lid where the litter box used to be?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. She likes it just the same. It's no problem. I do that, yeah. My dad taught me that trick. He was always very poor at emptying the dishwasher. And now I understand why. He used to put things in the wrong places, more or less just to annoy my mom to the point that, okay, you're not allowed to do this anymore. And now, yes, I got out of that one. Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah.
Speaking of dishwashers, that is one of the things, though. Like, we don't use the dishwasher in my house.
Yeah.
Like,
at all?
No. Well, we use it as a drying rack.
What, at your place in Orlando or in St. Petersburg?
Any kitchen that I have anything to do with. So now both places.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in Orlando, we never use it either.
Well, for parties and stuff, I guess you'd use it, things like that. But right.
Because the thing is like, I get favorite dishes. Does anyone else do this? Like, for me, like, I'll make a full meal and I'll probably use like the same 10 dishes, and I just always will use those 10 dishes.
I'm
Like,
kind of with you
the
on
same
that.
pot and pan. We got 4 plates, like whatever. I don't have time to like, I can't run a whole dishwasher like because I need to wash 4 plates. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm that way with like my soup bowls. I'm a big soup guy in general, and I do have like I have
you got your
2
favorite.
I got my 2 soup bowls that are my favorites,
Absolutely.
and yeah, that's typically my thing. I've also got like I don't know why I just don't throw them away. Does anybody else have like some forks in their fork drawer or like a knife or a spoon that's
With the
all
fucked up tine?
wonky and it's all fucking like, and you should just throw it away, and it sits there and it goes, you know, but it always seems to be the one you pick. Like it's always the one you pick, and you have to throw it back because you're angry at
it's
it. And
so
get the
true.
new
And you
one.
throw it at the bottom, and
Yeah.
it resurfaces.
Yeah, it's
every time.
100%.
And it comes
time.
back to
Every
the top,
time.
and you're like, "How did
How-
this happen? I haven't used you." And
I've
it's
used
just
3
there.
forks since then. There's 15 in here. How is that? How are you? Yeah, I don't get
But
it.
you keep it because you never know. One day, you might have 28 people over for spaghetti.
I guess so. Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. It's not rational.
No, I'm that way with certain pieces of clothing too. It's like
Mm.
I'm never gonna wear this shirt, or I'm never gonna wear this pair of pants or shorts, and they just consistently end up back in a pile or back in the drawer. And it's like, yeah, come on, you don't need that. Just throw it away.
You ever pull it out and like just throw it in the laundry basket, like because it's on? You throw it out, you pull it out, and you put it on. And you're like, oh, I hate this shirt. Why do I
Yeah.
even own it? And then you just throw it on the floor, and then it winds up in the laundry basket, and you wash it.
What? You guys are crazy.
We
I have way
Just
too
because you've
many
never done a
clothes.
chore in your life, Ty, doesn't mean you get
No,
to
this
judge
is
us.
that is absolute bullshit.
That
but
is
at the same time, I have way too many clothes, but they're all clothes I like. I can't get rid of them. Like
You are a
it's-
trendy motherfucker. I'll give you that.
I mean, it's,
You do always
If
look
that-
good. Every time I see you, Ty, I'm like, damn, that shirt's got more holes than fabric, but it looks so good on you.
yeah,
It looks so good on you.
yeah. He's
It's like a superpower you have. By
This
the way,
does
I
happen.
like in the hair. Where did
Oh,
you get a
well,
haircut?
he got that before he left.
That's
Isn't that
true. I
long
did.
since I've seen you.
Yeah, he got that before I left. You guys haven't seen mine, dude.
Let me see.
oh,
Looking
I mean,
crispy.
Well, I'm rocking kind of. You can't tell with the headphones on.
He's
But-
got a little mullet going. I
Yeah,
know this.
it's on the way to mullet, sort of mohawk, but pompadour at the same time. So I'm going. I want to eventually go full pomp into mullet. Does that make sense? So, but I just need, I
like
just need the
Japanese
back.
anime, like Yakuza style.
I'm thinking more 80s pro wrestler, but
Pump a mullet.
yeah, it's a
man.
pomp a mullet or a mullet pomp, depending on how you look at it.
Or it'd be a mullador.
A mullador. That's actually what I meant to say. That's
Mm.
yeah, a mullador. I like that one better. But check it out.
Mullador. Ah, you looking good, man. I'd tap that.
Yeah, you got to get that. You got to get that ends going.
Yeah.
yeah.
hmm I want to see a little curl at the very back of the mullet.
Exactly.
Just a teeny
saw-
little curl.
Dude,
it'll be-
Wisconsin
it's coming.
hairstyles, I swear to God, it's so funny. Like, it hasn't changed really at all, but literally, I was smoking cigarette before, we started the show.
Uh-huh.
This lady with, like, gray hairs walking down, she has the ultimate, like, gray, she had the Molador, whatever the fuck we called it.
Yeah.
Dude, it was, like, perfect and terrible. It was disgusting. Nobody should ever have it, but it was perfect.
But the style, like the execution was flawless.
She was like 70, with gray
Nice.
hair, Molador.
That
It was
happens.
awesome.
That happens when you get to a certain age. I think you establish a certain haircut, and then
Well, I keep
never
seeing these
really
people, I
like
think
you
they're
never change it
lesbians.
again,
But
right?
they're not lesbians.
Yeah, they're not. It's the same thing as like okay, I was
grandmas.
Why, Grandma? Why?
I was getting made fun of by Glenn Weber in our group because I posted a picture of my mullet thing. He's like, mullets are such a horrible, hairstyle and all this, and he was making fun of it. And then I realized, I'm like, wait a minute, fuck Glenn Weber, you're from Canada, you live in Canada, that's like the epicenter of the mullet. If it's not Wisconsin, Canada, that whole region, it's the
Wisconsin/Canada.
it's
like,
the
they're not that different.
well, it's the hockey hair, right? You all play hockey, so it's like you have the helmet on, and then you got to get the Wisconsin waterfall that comes out the back, and pump out the back of the helmet. Like it's a total Wisconsin thing.
Can we call your hair the Wisconsin waterfall now? Like I feel like
I love it. I love it.
Dude.
That's beautiful. That's poetry, my man.
Yeah, you actually need to grow one, I think, for the show. In solidarity for the show, Ty, a lot of people are showing solidarity for causes right now. I need you to show a little solidarity for the Ono radio show.
The Ono mullet.
If I just shave the sides, I think I already got it going.
Honestly,
yeah, exactly.
Me too, man. It's been like 5 months. This hair is becoming...
I bought a set of clippers, Trav. So I could, now that I've kind of got it started, I can at least upkeep it myself, I feel like, because I'm just kind of dealing with the sides anyway. So if now that I got kind of like a way to, almost a template to kind of follow, I can...
It's cut with numbers kind of deal.
Yeah.
You're gonna fuck
barbering
this
with
up.
numbers.
That's exactly
Nothing but Lego bricks.
No, Ty.
Ashley's probably gonna cut mine next. She wants to do it, and I'm like, I don't care. Like, there's no way I'm gonna be working until.
What is there to lose at this point anyway? Like, it's fine. And
only hair.
Yeah. Are you still doing the Uber Eats thing? You been doing that at all? Yeah.
Yep.
Just a couple days a week, or are you still just picking?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Couple extra
that and
bucks.
like I'm like a pimp for all the old ladies in the neighborhood. Like Ashley's pimping me out to like do housework and like small repairs.
I love it.
These old women love me. It's great. I'm the neighbor across the street. I got some friends. I'm doing.
Yo, man, I was a handyman for a while. Like,
that's what I am.
Ty, you were not so handyman. Come on.
Yes, no, I really was, man. I was doing electrical handiwork for all sorts.
I'm the
of
hippie
different
handyman,
places.
dude.
Like literally, big businesses around Orlando would have me come in because it would be cheaper than getting an electrician.
Right.
I would charge $45 an hour instead of $50 an hour.
Bro,
people would hire me all day long.
I'm charging burrito bowls at this point. Like,
dude,
let's go. Whatever.
Get some lunch in me. I'm good. Yeah. Feed me for the evening. Feed me for the evening.
Let me get some cat food and we'll call it a day, man.
Right.
Ira's hungry.
So at the top of the show, I mentioned that there was a much darker side to Scruff McGruff, the crime dog, than I ever realized.
I see he's been making it into the meme circuit lately.
Well, Scruff McGruff has always been a favorite of mine. I grew up on him. I think our age group, right? It was always the Scruff McGruff, Chicago, Illinois, 60652. And
dude, I was right there. I grew up right there. So
in 60652, hell yeah. Either way, I didn't know that the guy that played him got in a lot of trouble in 2011. So this is like an old ass story. But a man who used to play the McGruff crime dog didn't take a bite out of crime. Crime took a bite out of him. John R. Morales was arrested in 2011 in Galveston, Texas, after a drug-sniffing dog detected pot when he was pulled over for speeding. Police then... Go ahead.
That's just beautiful irony.
Right.
You gotta like kind of salute it.
It gets better though, because police then found diagrams of 2 indoor pot growing operations and a plethora of marijuana seeds in the car. Oh boy. When police raided his house, they seized 1,000 marijuana plants and 9,000 rounds of ammunition for an assorted 27 weapons, including a grenade launcher.
Nice. Nice.
Did you guys know anything
To be fair, though,
about
it's
this?
actually pretty easy to buy a grenade launcher.
Is
Like,
it?
Most people can do it.
Really?
You just can't get grenades. That's the kicker.
Yeah.
Most guns have attachments for it. You can buy a grenade launcher attachment.
Well, and especially in Florida, you go to any of those goddamn gun shows, you pretty much pick up whatever you want without, for better or worse. That's just
You want a kid to load your ammo for you? We got you.
Sure,
Like, here, it comes free. Take them off my hands.
100%. So after 3 years, I guess they're saying that was like the trial or what have you. But Morales, of 41, pleaded guilty. It was sentenced to 16 years in jail.
It's not so bad.
Could have been worse, yeah.
Even though Morales said he was nonviolent, U.S. District Judge Vanessa Gilmore said, "Everything I read about you makes you seem like a scary person." Which is
Scruff McGruff.
like
Are judges allowed to talk like that? Like,
Yeah.
are they supposed to like use like old English words? Like,
yeah.
scary person's not a real thing. Like you can't convict someone because they're
a scary person. Like
yeah, like
I don't know about that. Like yeah, I was a little put off by that one myself as well. But on top of that, I kind of don't disagree with her because he did play the most terrifying crime dog in all of history. Like, that thing, you go back and watch goddamn Scruff McGruff. That motherfucker was scary as shit. He had
Terrifying.
that trench coat on, hanging out in alleys, talking to kids all the time. Like, there's something going on with Scruff. Like, there's definitely...
But I mean, to be fair, like, it's not hard to be the scariest crime dog. Like, he doesn't have a lot of, like, competition. What you got Blue from Blue's Clues. You got Scooby.
Yeah.
Like, no, Scruff was like hard, you know. Scruff had seen some shit. Like, you know, he was
his wife Scruff McGruff. He's like a
spent some time in the
dude.
fighting ring before he got adopted. You know.
Well, this is an interesting question because when you're a detective crime dog, you obviously have to wear the trench coat, much like every detective. The trench coat is imperative to calling, out the fact that you are a detective in a big city, type scenario.
It is rainy in Chicago, too.
My bigger question is, who adopted the trench coat first? Because I feel like the detectives and a lot of the police have it, but also a lot of the criminals and a lot of the shady character, suspicious persons, sexual predators always got the trench coat. So who started the trench coat phase? Are the police trying to look like sexual predators, or the sexual predators trying to look like police?
Oh, that's
Answer me that.
Like when I think trench coat, I think like 20s gangster. Like mobsters,
Mobsters, definitely.
And then I also think Humphrey Bogart from Casablanca. But I think Humphrey Bogart never took off his trench coat as long as he lived.
I think the Undertaker and the guy on the new season of 90 Day Fiancé.
What's a spread, man?
Whoa.
I'm taking you guys aren't up with 90 Day Fiancé? You haven't been watching?
I've never seen that show in my life.
Oh, it's brilliant, Travis. I'm gonna get you into it. You and Ashley are gonna love it.
No,
I'm
you're not gonna watch it.
I'm telling you, it's you. I'll prove it by my actions. I'll trust me on this one. You'll.
All right.
I'll have you coming around. I can't get enough of it. I know all the characters now. I know all their names. It's a new thing, man.
Copy that.
Sunday nights, bro.
Like, wasn't the trench coat like that's a UK thing, right? It started in England, didn't it?
I don't know. I mean, I think you had like the
like London Fog, isn't that like the iconic trench coat brand?
Yeah, I don't know if that's as much a trencher as it's kind of like an overcoat, like.
But you all had like the knee-length coats. I feel like that was
for sure.
That was you guys. Like we weren't even a country yet. I feel like, and y'all were kind of rocking those in some capacity.
What's the difference between a trench coat and a duster?
I think a trench coat's waterproof.
Dusters are longer.
Are they?
Normally.
Oh, are they?
That may be what the Undertaker has. I feel like the Undertaker might have a duster, not a trench coat. Yeah, I think
do the
it's
dusters
more
like
of a
scrape the
duster.
ground like Matrix style?
Yeah, just
they're
above.
They're just like an inch above the ground normally. They're like
Right.
real long.
Matrix style, I think, is more trench coat.
I feel like trench coat's like a knee thing.
No, I think it goes a little bit below the knee.
but not
close-ish, right?
Yeah, just below.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think just below. I think if you're rocking a trench about the knee, there might be something wrong with you. There's something going on. I don't know.
Maybe you got long legs.
Maybe.
Like if Ty put on a trench coat, it would probably be above his knee.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Small frame, tall body,
Yeah. Ty, have you ever owned a trench?
No, it's never been my thing.
No. I could see you rocking a trench somehow.
One of my close friends, Josh Douse, like that guy has like the most ultimate fucking leather it's a Matrix jacket.
Oh God.
Did
we talk about this like a couple weeks ago, I think.
I'm like, dude, I love you, but this just makes me laugh. Every time I see it, I'm like, there he is.
Rocking his Matrix 1999 Neo jacket.
I can't give him shit, but I want to.
It's like, all right,
I have a trench coat.
Do
but
you?
It's I got it while thrift shopping with my little brother, who's in the Navy. There's this sweet little thrift store in Orlando called Community Thrift. Off
Oh, yeah.
Brand. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh no, that's a gold mine, right?
It's good.
Yeah, dude, picked up this it's like actually like a Navy surplus one, which is ironic because I was shopping with my brother in the Navy.
Right.
$4.
Oh,
$4 for a trench coat. Like
I'd fuck with a trench coat for $4 just to have it.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not walking down any runways with this thing, but it's waterproof. It's pretty much indestructible.
Yeah.
And I feel good when I wear it. I feel cool.
Dude,
try me. Like, I don't know. I might have a grenade launcher under this trench coat. It's
Oh,
You don't know.
Chill out.
I might.
Florida man.
There might be a grenade launcher alligator. What the fuck? Let's go. Like,
Speaking of the Matrix and all that, because of this, they're doing another one, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any interest in that? I don't know if I do.
I'm gonna watch it.
I'm gonna watch it. Yeah, but
I mean,
Who
the
knows
first
if it'll be
first
good or
one's the
not.
only one that's worth a shit anyway.
The first one,
Yeah, that's the only
Yeah.
one that's any good. I mean, the second one,
Animatrix was pretty cool.
Animatrix is fun.
Yeah, I never watched
That-
that. I never got
That
into
and the OG Matrix. Everything else is
pretty subpar.
it's swill.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. And then I think I honestly, when it comes to Keanu Reeves, I'm more excited about the fact that there'll be another Bill and Ted, and
Yeah. And John Wick 4. Isn't that a thing too?
yeah, I think so. And I think there was something weird about that with the John Wick one. I think the plan was, maybe things have changed since everything's gone down with the Rona, but originally they were suggesting that they open up on the same week, so that the Matrix and John Wick
right?
would open the same which
The same day. Yeah.
or same
Yeah.
day, yeah, which could be like, that's kind of genius. And also Keanu Reeves is like, yes, please do that, all of the money.
I
Give
feel like
me all
Keanu
your
Reeves
money.
doesn't even give a shit. Like, he's got so much money from the Matrixes.
And he's cool too. Like, he gives a lot
Yeah.
to charity, and he seems like he's like a really humble dude and all that. So, yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, he's one of those few that, like, to me, he's not the greatest actor of all time. He's a bit,
No.
whoa.
He'll be the first one to admit that to you, too, I think.
Yeah, I think he would, but he's a good enough looking guy. He's a kind of an action star, I guess, and
I did see his training videos for the John Wick videos. They're pretty impressive, man. Like, he spent a bunch of his own money doing those shots. Like, he was kind of not his own stuntman for everything, but all those gun scenes, he actually learned.
He learned some of that stuff,
tactical-
whatever. Yeah, because there's that whole gun jujitsu thing that's an art, right? With guns and it's a gun martial art or whatever. He did a lot of that stuff. I didn't realize, fun fact, up until a couple days ago, that that John Wick wasn't originally going to be called John Wick until he just started referring to it in interviews and press beforehand. He just, I guess, was more just referring to his character, and he's like, oh, John Wick, John Wick, John Wick, and he said it enough and not what the planned title of the movie was going to be, that the movie studio is like, yeah, well, we're missing out on all the goddamn,
Free press.
Free
Let's
press.
Just call
Let's
it John Wick.
just call it John Wick. So it makes sense to me.
Why not? Roll with it.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, that franchise is stupidly successful. So
I've only
wasn't a
seen the
bad
first
move.
one, but I've heard the other is they have 3 of them out now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard the other
I
one.
think so.
I've heard that the other ones are good.
I saw the first 2. I liked it. I haven't seen the third.
They
the
are
second
what-
one was good. The first one was really good.
They
but-
are what they are.
Yeah,
there's
I
no.
watched them all, but I don't really care that much. The first one was pretty good, but they're just all,
They are.
they're
It's a niche. Sometimes you just want to watch bad guys get their ass kicked
They're-
mindlessly, and there's nothing else to think
they're
about. And,
dumb action films, exactly. They're just they
Yeah,
are
but
what they are.
They spare the corny lines, you're not really invested in anything except John Wick, and then you watch him kick everyone's ass. It kind of feels good.
There's almost a sense of realism too, compared to a lot of action movies. You can
Right.
you can suspend disbelief a little bit more with that than you can half of the movies that came out of the 80s that were just so over the top and so ridiculous.
He's
that,
not surviving a point. He's not surviving an exploding building.
Right.
He does.
Commando Wick. Yeah.
Exactly. It's not quite A Team, you know.
100%. 100%.
I don't know. It hit that spot for me. Like I was like, I don't even remember when I watched it recently. I watched it with Ashley.
Actually, it is kind of that way a little bit.
Yeah,
It really is. It ties right into those. I don't know.
maybe his character. Maybe it's the story. Like I don't know. Like you'd be, we'd all be that pissed if you killed my dog, and like there's something a little bit more relatable to it.
But still,
well, I think
don't
it's that
fuck
he's
with my
not
dog.
surviving. He's not surviving injuries that humans can't survive. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure. Yeah.
like it's not like, oh, this person like willed his way through a missing liver. Like it's.
I think I've been doing that for the last fucking 10 years, Trav. To
Listen,
be honest,
hey, your
with you.
liver's there, and don't you ever deny it exists. It's the hardest fucking work
I just need
organ
to.
you've ever,
I need to.
ever seen.
I need to slap
You
it every once in a
acknowledge-
while to wake
acknowledge
it
it.
up. Like, oh, just you're okay.
Give it a kiss. Kiss
Well,
your liver.
I squeeze it from inside. It's in my body. I squeeze it in there just to like get out some of the poisons, and then it seems to work. A little better. Yeah, it's
My
true.
pee's red, but it seems to work.
Yeah, it's processing. It's processing something. I don't know what it is, but yeah. Guys, you know what I think it is time for?
No, really?
Yeah.
Bring forth
The clips. Oh, where's my audio? Oh, wait.
Oh, audio.
Nope, gotta do that again. It's time to bring forth the clips.
You know you want 'em, baby. You know we got 'em, baby. You know you want 'em, baby. You know we got 'em, baby. Clips. You know we got 'em, baby. Clips.
Yeah! Clips is the time of the show where we take a look at all the random stuff that, we find on the internet over here. And by me, I mean Tom, the clip,
Hi, Tom.
the clip commander, is
Tom.
what he calls himself. Give me 2 seconds. Let me get the screen sharing going on so that you guys can see what is happening. There's a lot of moving parts in this, Travis. Excuse me.
You're
It's,
excused.
it's
My phone's broken, and I can't adjust my level as a result. So we're good.
Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Yeah. Hang on 1 sec. I gotta do this part. I gotta do that part. Screen share. Doo-doo-doo.
Is it porn?
Not right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I gotta always remember. I gotta optimize.
Porn.
Gotta optimize
Porn.
the share for video clip. All right, here we go. All right, first clip of the evening. Oh man, I saw this one before Tom had sent it to me, but Jesus Christ, I love the internet sometimes. This doesn't need much introduction really, because all this is the song "Kiss from a Rose," written by Seal, performed by Seals.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, it makes me so happy. I'm crying
Yeah.
a
Dude,
little.
that was gorgeous.
Yeah, I knew
am-
you'd enjoy
I'm
that
touched
one.
to the core.
That was emotional.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you all enjoyed it. I don't know. This right here, I know I haven't watched this one yet, but it's apparently a commercial for an animated commercial for a weave shop, and Tom told me that it was fire. So we'll check it out together. Okay.
Queen Virgin Remy, Queen Virgin Remy.
I like it.
Queen Virgin Remy. Queen Virgin Remy.
I walk in the club and see so many beautiful women. Got all of these strippers trying to walk in the VIP with me. They facing their door, a sexy little dress on. But then I looked up, something with their head wrong. So I looked right in her eyes, I told her, girl, you know that you fine. But why the hell you gon' buy the cheapest weed you could find? Cause I know you getting these tips and this ain't how you supposed to be moving. Shawty, it ain't no...
Can I ask this? Dude, like, do guys at the strip club really care about the woman's weave?
I would,
Man,
yeah.
She better have that good
Absolutely.
Yeah?
She got a bad weave, I'm going to tell
Listen,
her.
dude, if you can't get what we can all see right, then, I mean, how am I supposed to, like, get in the mood?
That's
you know
true.
What I'm saying?
Well, you know, especially in you know, in Florida, they won't, you know, do like, you know, the bottoms off in a lot of places, right? So if you're thinking about, oh, this is the way she's treating what we can see just up top,
it kind of does harshen the mellow.
What's
Do
going
you
on?
think girls ever get the bottom weave? You think that ever happened?
That's
I bet they
happened.
do.
I mean, it's like the merkin that we've talked about before, right?
The beaver weaver.
Yeah. Exactly.
Sigourney. Sigourney Weaver.
The Sigourney
Oh,
Weaver.
shit.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's funny.
That is good. That's got, like, skit potential.
Yeah, I feel like we could do something with that.
Yeah.
Let's finish out this one here, because I like this. I mean, it's good advertising.
Dude, it kind of slaps.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
What is you doing? What is you doing? Supposed to look like you starring in the movie. But baby, instead you put that in your head. Now you out here just looking goofy.
Unweavable.
So don't get
Unbelievable.
mad if you need some help. Cause that weave something else. Would you talk to you if you had to meet yourself? Better treat yourself. Oh, let's get you together.
Real strippers wear weave. Like, this is a real commercial. So, you know,
Can we
advertising.
talk about, like, the icon versus the target demographic here?
Sure, please.
Because, like, man, and is that a check?
I think so.
What is happening?
I don't know. Maybe.
Virgin Remy, that's the name of this place?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I can rewind
Get that real weave.
Real strippers wear weave.
Real strippers wear weave. Let me look at
Sigourney Weaver's.
Oh wait, and Cartoon Pusher did the animation. Go back to the Cartoon Pusher.
It was. It was Cartoon Pusher.
That guy on Cartoon Pusher, he drew himself in the strip club.
Yeah, he did.
That's the guy rapping.
I like how their logo too. Like, they're advertising weaves. Both first off, Brazilian, Malaysian, Peruvian, Indian, and more. Lowest
All
prices.
The good hair.
Lowest prices in the.
Those are the virgin means like hair that's never been fucked with, right? So like
maybe that's what.
So
they're
that's
going
like those are
with.
the nationalities where they acquire hair from.
Okay, that's making sense.
So
now.
right.
That's that good hair.
I like how they're the lowest prices in the country, bro. Like, they're not even like not lowest prices in the city, not lowest prices around. No, they're lowest prices in the country.
And this font looks like. It looks like something like it's the same font that like a trailer, like I don't know, some trailer trash would have like tattooed on their lower back.
No, it does. It absolutely does. It looks like where
It's
you
ratchet.
Yeah. I mean, people get like Queen Bee tattooed with that font, things like that, like on the tramp stamp. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Or like an ex's name that you've since had blacked out.
Yeah.
Definitely.
A lot of Lexis, a lot of Mandys are written in that font.
There's also a Confederate flag somewhere on that body.
100%. And a Martian the Marvin somewhere near the ankle.
Right, and no less than one reference to the Second Amendment.
100%. I do take. I also like that that as their logo. They have in between the shitty font of Virgin Remy, they have the Queen Elizabeth, who I'm pretty sure didn't ever wear a weave.
Pretty good.
I'm fairly certain she didn't either.
Pretty certain that's never happened.
And what is the botchery of a crown on her head too?
I don't know.
That is not what the shape that crowns are.
No, I don't.
Yeah, it's a pretty good crown. I don't know.
That's a crayon, if anything.
Exactly. We'll move on a little bit. This is Brian. I think this clip, title probably speaks for itself. This is Brian Rose and Tim Sheaf drinking their urine live on London Real.
It's a real
We have to watch this.
human experience.
Okay.
Like it's a moment. It changed my life. Or a lot of my friends. This is a real increment. This is a real life, like veganism, and this was a massive one. And it breaks a lot of barriers in yourself, and it takes a real brave person to try something like this. So yeah,
Let's do it, man.
let's
All right,
do it.
we're literally gonna pee here on camera.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this, Timothy.
Take the mic.
So, I mean, I've heard of a lot of
What?
I've heard of a lot of strange diet fads in my day. This one is a new one to me.
Yo, you haven't heard the aged urine people?
I guess not.
Oh man, dude, it's like that. It's in the same sort of line as like the anti-vax woo kind of like department. It's supposed to have tons of people put this shit in mason jars, bro, and they like age it and they use it as like a topical antiseptic. Oh yeah, I mean most of them get terrible infections, but they don't believe in doctors because they're all there to kill you. and
Right.
They're literally killing themselves.
So, are you getting the feeling that this is kind of the same thing going on right here?
Yeah, people drink it. People like wash their hands with it. Like it's crazy, man. Like but people like actually believe in it. Like, he mentioned veganism. Like,
right.
You know how there's some cool vegans, but other ones like are just really quick to tell you about how vegan they are and how terrible you are because
I think the
you're not a
ratio is
vegan.
pretty much 30% okay, 10% cool, 60% don't want to be around you.
That's a pretty solid assumption. I'm gonna roll with that.
Yeah,
Like, I think that's pretty spot on.
Yeah, here we go. Let's watch these guys drink their own pee, I guess.
I didn't know we would be here 5 years ago doing this live.
How things change, eh?
Yeah. All right, here we go.
See if we get that audio.
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Gotta get that sweet pee audio.
I don't have too much, but I'm gonna have enough so I can.
Oh yeah, you learn to stop and save it.
Gosh. Okay, save some for later.
Yeah.
That guy
Oh
on the
my
right's
gosh.
pee is white.
All right. Oh, is that enough? That's enough.
That's enough,
That's
bro. You're
enough.
fine. Yeah.
Okay,
Yours
so
is pretty clear. I'm impressed.
yeah, I mean, Jesus. Okay, so there you
That's
go.
far-
Is that his
He
pee?
drank all.
Is that his pee mug? Does he have like do you think he has a specific like mug? Just we were talking about, like, we have our favorite bowls for soup or cooking or whatever. Does
Dude,
he have
that
his,
is a bona fide copper mug.
That's like
I
a
would
Moscow
hope he
pee
does.
mule.
If he doesn't, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, you go over to his house and all he has is the same model of that Moscow Mule cup that he has right there, and he offers you a drink and like he hands you one of those. You're
I imagine going to that guy's house is what my hell would be like in general.
probably
So, like
accurate.
I would just not want to. Yeah, there would be. I can't think of a scenario in which I am in that man's house.
Wow, you got yours foaming and all
Gotta-
that.
I'm invested.
If you want a close up of that thing, that's
all right.
me.
So one of the
Looks like,
dudes has
kind of like champagne-ish color, white wine.
White wine.
yeah white wine. That's what I
Gold.
think of.
All right, only on London Mail.
People will drink
Liquid
Coca-Cola,
gold.
They'll drink tap water without ever knowing what's in it. There's nothing in that that's not ran around your body already, that you've already consumed consciously,
Right.
It's from you, it's for you.
So it's a combination of everything I've put in my body intentionally.
Yeah, and it's like, this is too much minerals of this thing, so yeah, and it'd be...
Okay.
This logic is so stupid.
Your body's getting rid of it for
Yeah.
a reason.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's taking all the good parts of the H2O and filtering out all the bad parts. That's what makes your pee yellow.
Yeah, too much minerals. Like,
Yeah.
what is this train of logic?
I don't get it.
Like if in a survival situation, like yeah, you
Sure.
can do it, and yeah, I would do it, but
I'd-
I'm not stranded in the middle of a fucking desert.
Yeah, I'd Bear Grylls
I'm
it.
certainly not. Look how fancy these chairs are. You could sell those chairs and buy like a lifetime supply of water, and like be good.
This is accurate. I don't think this is his house though. This is probably somebody's set. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, definitely a set.
Yeah.
but,
Let's do this, Timothy Shake.
Cheers. I like
Cheers.
clink of the glass.
Oh yeah, some pee. Wait, did they trade pee or are they drinking their own?
Their own.
Their own.
It'd be weirder if they traded.
This dude's like, it's kind of not bad.
Why are you?
His
why are
first
you
time
doing
drinking the pee. He's this journalist. He's like, maybe he's trying to be nice, but he's like, it's
And here's the thing: is the stage manager is like left the building at this point because someone just peed on their set. They're so fucking livid.
Yeah.
They're like, I
They-
quit. I'm
no.
done. No.
I did not sign up to be a journalist for this.
I'm telling you, there's no stage manager for this shit.
I wanted to work on war pieces in Iraq and do something, to further, the world. Here I am recording this bullshit with these two motherfuckers drinking their own piss.
Also, can we talk about Casper's shoes? Like, what the fuck is going on with these sandals?
Yeah, that's I don't know.
You don't listen to the advice of someone that wears those sandals.
No, they're
Ever,
almost like,
under any circumstances.
What are they? They're like a hemp cross, stitch thing. I mean, and this guy, the other guy, the journalist, he has on some lovely English leather, short boots, which I'm a fan of. I think those are.
Too.
I think those are.
And he's also rocking the short pant, which is something we've adopted.
Just a little, just a little.
Yeah,
short.
it's nice.
I think it's a trendy look.
Doing that with you brought.
Oh, he
back
looks sharp,
memories
and he's
of
drinking piss, so it doesn't.
So, yeah. Good on you, Brian.
Like you said, just be present with it, and
Oh, 2 sips.
Yeah, you got to go back for a double.
Amazing.
I mean, I had some earlier, and Timothy said, "Get the fresh stuff." It's like room temperature.
Wait a minute. He had some earlier, but you got to have the fresh stuff.
Fresh stuff is better.
Brian
That's
Rose.
so funny because that's an adjective I've never used to describe urine.
Yeah, it's so much better when it's like warm out of your body.
Sure.
It's completely body temperature, isn't it?
Yeah, it tastes, a little salty, touch. But I mean, for biofeedback, I don't taste anything like that's alarming in there, like weird.
It's not like
It's not like It feels like there's some minerals in it. And you'll do this every day, yeah?
Yeah, and it varies from day. I'll try and get the morning.
It tastes like it's got minerals, but I'm still
Oh, the
drinking.
morning
Amazing,
one?
you're going back to it. Yeah, you respect, man.
Trav, you're absolutely right. The morning one's the worst one that you could do.
Bro, I can't even smell the morning one sometimes.
It makes me
like
almost
after a
want to
night of
vomit.
Drinking, like, there's no, my toilet doesn't even deserve what I piss into it. Like, I feel guilty about that.
Dude, I remember I just recently, I went over to the UK for my grandfather's funeral and had to spend a week in a room with my brother. And fucking it's one thing that like my own pee is disgusting in the morning, but when you smell somebody else's morning piss, fuck that. Oh God.
Yeah, it's a no from me, dog.
Yes, a no from me too.
Bless you.
Pardon.
Yeah, morning one's most important, they say.
It's warm, man.
They say you shouldn't eat
Who says that?
Sometimes you shouldn't drink the first and the last stream because it's clearing the pipes.
Okay.
But I don't think it really matters that much.
Okay.
But the real experience,
these metaphors.
the man you're blessed with the opportunity at some point, is when you have a healthy, strong spine and you can pee perfectly about this high, your own little water fountain. If you're ever out on a run in the mountains,
handstand.
You can just standing upright. Standing upright.
Oh, stand up and you pee right into your mouth.
Right into the roof of your
No,
mouth.
that's gangster. Only sheep would do that.
That's gangster. This guy is not
a straight gangster.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
This guy needs his fucking whole journalistic career removed. Like,
Does he have like anything else that he's done?
I don't know who Brian Rose is, but
I don't know who he is.
Trust the American to go on London fucking Reel and drink his own pee. God damn it.
Sorry for my country on this one.
Yeah, it's okay. The British guy was the one advocating for it first. So
This guy hopped on board.
Yeah.
And he used the words like real man. Because you're a real man, you can